it's hard to challenge someone false belief because their ideas come from social media. No, that is bullshit. No, that is bullshit. It's not hard to challenge anyone's ideology or whatever they have in their head because it comes from social media. Social media is social media. There is no definite answers in social media because majority of the social media that they're listening to is might be hearsay, or they may have proof or evidence. But it doesn't mean that every single thing they say is 100% true. But even the government lies to you. Even the government lies to you. So what are you talking about? Found Fauci done lied to the people anyway many times over, so have Biden. So nobody going to believe that. Iran leader plans New York trip after regime threatens to turn the city into ruins. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why he's traveling over here and who he's going to see. Senator Ron Johnson suggests putting Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block every year. Yeah, Ron Johnson, huh? Mm-hmm. Another demon ready to take away people's shit and keep fighting on it because you know for what you did to those old people in the nursing homes and the hospital. Ron Johnson putting Social Security and Medicare up on a potential cut every year. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you he ain't cutting his fucking pocket and the millions of con shit he did under the motherfucking table to enrich himself while he was in public office being elected from. Do not re-elect Ron Johnson. Do not re-elect him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ron Johnson got to come on with that. We're not trying to hear that. Ron Johnson said they're putting on chopping block every year. He faced a barrage of criticism from the White House. You know what I'm saying? Ron Johnson should know better from the White House and other Democrats. Wisconsin Republicans early in the year suggested repealing Obamacare. They need to repeal that piece of shit. It's garbage. And it broke a lot of American pockets. Obama think he's slick with his bald head fruit bowl, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ab ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? Republicans, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, suggested putting the Social Security and Medicare up for potential spending cuts every year in an efforts to rein in national debt. You gonna try to get it out of people retirement money? While Biden and them got millions of dollars they got from Ukraine, millions of dollar deals and shit like that going down. If you qualified for entitlement, you just get it. For the entitlement, you just get it no matter what the cost. You know what I'm saying? Wisconsin Republicans said on a regular Joe Show interview that aired Tuesday, and our problem in the country is that more than 70% of our federal budget, of our federal spending, is all mandatorily spendings. It's it's on automatic pilot. It never just don't do proper. It just don't do proper oversight. You don't get in there and fix the problem going bankrupt. Well, you were giving it to people who you said were crazy after you did the cocaine shit on them and all the drug shit you put on them, and had the people having babies on drugs and shit, and having a bunch of drug babies coming out with all kinds of problems, and then you probably use Social Security to try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because 91% of the kids you see today, maybe in our black community, have a lot of them have mental issues due to the drugs. It's not their fault. It's an influx of drugs and the bad conditions that they had to live in, the parents and so forth, and the drugs, and even they themselves probably was messed up, even going back to the heroin era and before that, and so on and so on, many generations and generations. So when crack cocaine came in, most of those people were susceptible to drugs anyway because it was already in the system due to their parents on heroin and having babies. Same thing you have in the crack era. You know what I'm saying? And so you must have put the Social Security out there to catch that for the bullshit that you did to the people, knowing what you did to them. You destroyed many black communities using drugs. Get out of my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're talking and sometimes you're doing, Brown Johnson. You need to get your ass together. You know what I'm saying? You're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are sitting up on there on millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Millions and millions of dollars. Nobody cuts y'all money. Y'all make sure your social security and retirement is already paid for. You don't do nothing but sit up there and push a motherfucking pen and talk shit. You ain't got no boots on the motherfucking ground, digging a motherfucking ditch. You know what I'm saying? Where your boss is standing over you talking about all I want to see is ass and elbows in the hot ass 134-degree weather. Fuck is you talking about? Why you flood the community with dope, drugs, and alcohol and all kinds of garbage? But you got nerve to talk about what you giving them now after you fuck them up? Hmm. All right, Ron. I'm looking at you now. I'm looking at you. D.C., New York City, mayor pleading with Biden, creepy Joe Biden administration for help with record numbers of migrants. You know, what is Biden gonna do to help you, Eric Adam, dummy, bald headed, and the mayor of New York, your cue ball having football self? What is he going to do when his plan is the plan of all demon Democrats were backing when he was being elected and even before? Because you've been talking about open border policy on the campaign trail to become president, or to cheat and become an acting president. So get out of my face, Eric. And this is another one of your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? GOP Senator say Kansas abortion results a wake up call for the party. You know what I'm saying? It's not a wake up call. It's the people in Kansas don't understand what the trick is. Maybe if you explain it to them, they'll understand. And maybe if the Republicans, you know what I'm saying, at the same time understand what that means entail when it comes to abortion and different things and work this out, maybe the people will understand more about what you're doing. But you busy letting the demon Democrats play this trick on them. You know what I'm saying? So how is it a wake up call? The wake up call is that you pulled that fucking trick, calling itself using the Supreme Court demon Democratic or Luciferian bitches in there to do this at this time so that people will automatically jump and start voting for Republican. You know full well that if you had Roe versus Wade, you could have been had that case settled years ago. Years ago. Years ago you could have settled this case. But you waited till pandemic, Luciferian blood sucking sacrifice garbage catching up on their ass shit, and you're using it because you know if you get out of there, you might be prosecuted for your Luciferian blood sucking satanic worship garbage. Six Baphomet statues in front of 6 state capitals in the South. We know what the fuck you doing. You're garbage. So now they want every black person to go down to the South, you know what I'm saying? You know, relinquishing the power here from them and sending them to the South, you know what I'm saying? And then you're probably going to harness them there into a camp. Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit. You are some bullshit. Republican senators were surprised by Tuesday's huge win for, you know what I'm saying, abortion rights in Kansas. Of all places, even as they sought to downplay the election implementation for their party ahead of the November. You know what I'm saying? Implication ahead of the November midterm election. It's definitely a wake up call for us. Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of Syracuse, I guess, South Carolina, acknowledged on Wednesday that Kansas, which is a pretty red state, it's hard to find the words. I think people should look at it. At it. Senator Thomas Till, a Republican of North Carolina, when asked for his reaction on the votes in the first election test after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled. Listen to it. The first election test after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, Kansas rejected, and in 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 the election test after the Supreme Court Roe versus Wade, Kansas rejected the amendment advanced by the right that would have strip abortion protection. No, it did not. And it shouldn't have come from the saying that it was on the right. You know what I'm saying? Because it was on the left. The left is the one told the Supreme Court to bring down Roe versus Wade and blocked it. So because it would have bumped everybody over to us. This is what they did. Advanced by the rights that would have stripped abortion protection from their from the state constitution. A huge win for abortion rights activists that will likely set the tone for what's to come nationally. And if you're stupid enough to vote for that, you're gonna put the demon Democrats in there for another fucking 47 years rather than work out this abortion issue with the Republicans who have some sense and care about you. So keep playing around. You see what they say? Oh, this is so great, it's saving lives. How many lives did it save? And Kamala said that? This is so great, it's just life saving. How many lives did it truly save? And I bet you ain't saying that now. Demon Democrats said that the votes which favor protecting abortion rights by, and notice this is their biggest issue right here, how they're using this as the catalyst. You know what I'm saying? Protecting abortion rights. Listen to protecting abortion rights. Yeah, okay, the demon Democrats. After you did pedophilia and sex trafficking and accused of even child pornography on many of these officials. You know what I'm saying? Even Michael Pence got a secret indictment for that. You know what I'm saying? And Hillary Clinton and the rest of them. They all were probably wearing ankle bracelets. You know what I'm saying? I had to stay. I had to stay home. So they launched this plan. This Luciferian, blood-sucking, demon, democratical, open border, Black Lives Matter, blah 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 blah, riots in the street, killing, murdering, and all this type of stuff. And now all that's a fair. And now they want to use the abortion right thing and have the supreme demon democratical court inside with them, and they're still our country. You know what I'm saying? They're full of shit. You garbage, nigga. You garbage. You know what I'm saying? You garbage.